let's start with the deportations that happened over the weekend. The Venezuelans accused of being gang members. The Trump administration invoked the 1798 Alien Enemies Act. What was your reaction to this?
Well, the act does not cover a situation in any way analogous to these folks. And so my first reaction was shock. And the reason for that is the law, which, as you say, goes all the way back to 1798. It's only been used 3 times, all of them in actual war. And what the law says is that if we're at war with another country, or if that country is threatening an invasion or an incursion of our country, or if they've started that, then citizens of that other country can be deported. And as I think is pretty obvious to everybody, first of all, these alleged gang members aren't part of a government, and we're not at war with Venezuela, and neither the gang nor Venezuela is threatening an invasion or an incursion of our country. And so none of the conditions that are required to trigger the law applies. And so it's pretty astonishing that the Trump administration would have relied on it.
It appears, Noah, that the Trump administration ignored a federal judge's order that 2 planes holding these migrants being deported to a prison in El Salvador be turned around and flown back to the United States. It was interesting because the president of El Salvador shared a snippet of a news article about the judge's ruling, captioning it, "Oopsie, too late," with a crying with laughter emoji. So what was your reaction to that? And was it a question of timing that they were already in El Salvador when the judge issued this ruling? Or were they blatantly ignoring the judge's reaction to this?
It's bad enough when the leader of another country is laughing at our due process, especially when it's from a country that doesn't have the most robust history of judicial independence. But it's much worse when our Secretary of State and Elon Musk, whatever he is to our government, are retweeting this. That's bad for the idea of judicial independence. Now, in terms of what actually happened here, did the administration literally violate the judge's order? They say they didn't violate the judge's order. They say the planes were already in the air when the judge's order came. I haven't heard them say that the planes had already landed. And the judge's order did say, if your planes are in the air, turn them around. So the most that the Trump administration could be saying is that the judge didn't have jurisdiction to order the plane to turn around. And that turns out to be a very technical legal issue.
The Trump administration is claiming at that point, the plane was over international water, so the ruling did not apply.
Something along those lines seems to be their claim, and they've been pretty squirrely about it.